Welcome to Noel Farm. Today is the incredible journey of barley becoming beer. It starts with vast farmlands, where farmers harvest ripe barley under the open sky. But this grain story doesn't end in the field. It's just beginning. Through steeping, germination, kilning, and brewing, barley is transformed into the world's most refreshing drink. Get ready to see how your favorite beer truly comes to life. Barley is cultivated as an important part of the global agricultural chain. This cold-tolerant cereal thrives in soils that are not overly fertile and requires far less irrigation than crops like wheat or corn. However, the journey of barley to become an ingredient in beer is far more challenging. Of the more than 150 million tons of barley produced worldwide each year, only about 20%, roughly 30 million tons, meet the standards for malting. This is known as two-row barley, a variety with more uniform kernels, lower protein content, higher starch levels, and, most importantly, consistent germination ability, a crucial factor in producing high-quality malt. Before barley seeds are used for malting, they undergo a careful screening process to remove impurities like stones, dust, and broken grains. The seeds are passed through high-speed modern sorting machines that use air blowers, vibrating screens, and optical sensors to select only the best quality grains. The process of turning barley into malt, called malting. First, the grains are steeped in cool water for 40 to 48 hours. This hydration raises their moisture content to around 45%, effectively waking the seed and preparing it for germination. Over the next 4 to 6 days, the grains begin to sprout. During this stage, natural enzymes are activated, setting the stage for the critical breakdown of starches into fermentable sugars, an essential building block of beer. Over the next 4 to 6 days, the grains begin to sprout. During this stage, natural enzymes are activated, breaking down starches into fermentable sugars. This process is essential for brewing, as these sugars are later consumed by yeast during fermentation to create alcohol. Interestingly, during germination, the barley is turned regularly to prevent matting of the rootlets and ensure uniform growth. As soon as tiny white rootlets begin to emerge, indicating active germination, maltsters know it's time to halt this biological process. The grains are moved into kilns, where the kilning phase begins, an artistic balance of heat and time. They are transformed not just in texture, but in flavor and aroma. The drying process locks in color and flavor profiles that define the type of malt, whether it's pale, caramel, or roasted. and in turn, the style of beer. After kilning, the small roots are removed, leaving behind golden, crunchy malt kernels that carry the rich scent of toasted grain. These malted barley grains are now ready to be crushed and sent to the brewery, where the true magic of beer making continues. The golden malt begins its journey to become beer. After the malt is crushed, it is mixed with hot water in a device called a mash tun. The hot water helps enzymes in the malt break down starch into sugar, creating a sweet solution called wort, which is the base of the beer. The brewer then rinses the malt husks with hot water to extract any remaining sugars. The wort is then boiled, and hops are added, giving the beer its characteristic bitterness and natural preservation. The boiling process lasts for 60 to 90 minutes, after which the wort is cooled and transferred to the fermentation vessel. Fermentation is the most important step, where yeast is added to convert the sugar into alcohol and CO2, creating the flavor and alcohol content of the beer. After humane slaughter, Wagyu beef carcasses are stored in cold rooms for 14 days at a controlled temperature. This aging process enhances the flavor and tenderness while keeping the meat safe from bacteria. Unlike many modern factories, Wagyu processing relies mostly on skilled human labor, ensuring precision and strict quality control. Some of the most beloved cuts of Wagyu beef are the rib eye, chuck eye, and top round, each prized for its unique texture and flavor. Workers use specialized sharp tools to carefully separate premium cuts like tenderloin, ribeye, and sirloin, preserving their marbled beauty. Every piece is handled with care, not only to meet diverse consumer preferences, but also to deliver a visually stunning product. As the beer is filled, a precise amount of carbonation is added, ensuring the perfect fizziness. The containers are sealed tightly to preserve the beer's freshness and quality. Labels are then applied, and in an incredibly efficient system, up to 100,000 bottles can be filled, sealed, and labeled every hour. The packed beer then moves along the conveyor belts to be stored or shipped, ready to make its way to your local store or pub. Kobe beef is a whole different story compared to regular Wagyu. It's on another level entirely. While all Kobe is Wagyu, not all Wagyu can be Kobe. To be labeled Kobe beef, Wagyu beef must go through a strict and complex selection process. First, it must come from purebred Tajima-Gyu cattle, raised and slaughtered in Hyogo Prefecture, Japan. But not every Tajima cow qualifies. Only those that meet very specific standards in weight, fat quality, and the famous beef marbling score. This grading is done by trained inspectors who are highly experienced in evaluating Wagyu. Only a small percentage of Wagyu makes the cut, making Kobe beef not just rare, but one of the most highly prized meats in the world. The slaughtering process for Wagyu cattle in Japan is strict. Only healthy, calm animals that meet specific weight and condition requirements are selected. Each cow undergoes detailed health checks, and only those that pass are approved. Many Wagyu operations also combine indoor housing with pasture-based systems, allowing cattle to graze naturally for part of their lives, which helps support both physical health and mental calm. This low-stress, high-care environment plays a huge role in developing the beautiful marbling and tenderness Wagyu is known for, because a happy cow really does make better beef. Once the beer is perfectly clarified, it's time for it to be packaged. For large-scale breweries, this is a highly automated process. The beer flows through pipes and machines, where bottles or cans are first cleaned and sterilized before being filled with the crisp, refreshing liquid. Some common and favored methods to enjoy Kobe or Wagyu beef are swish them through shabu-shabu or sukiyaki hot broth, briefly cooked, and then dipped in a savory sauce. For those seeking something raw, sashimi or tataki might be the way to truly savor the natural richness and incredible tenderness of the meat. But the question is, would you be willing to spend that small fortune to try this incredible top-tier beef? Is it worth the splurge for an unforgettable, luxurious meal? Globally, beer production has reached over 1.9 billion hectoliters per year. The United States, China, and Germany are among the largest producers of beer, with millions of barrels produced annually. For example, in the United States alone, more than 200 million barrels of beer are brewed each year, making it one of the world's leading beer markets. Wagyu farms around the world follow strict standards. The precious cows are raised in environments that prioritize comfort, cleanliness, and calm. Unlike industrial-scale feedlots, Wagyu farms give each cattle plenty of room to move, rest, and feed without stress. Spacious barns or open-air shelters are built with soft flooring like sawdust or straw to keep them comfortable. Wagyu beef is truly the crown jewel of the cattle world, and its reputation comes from a deep-rooted tradition in Japan. Countries like the US and Australia have also jumped in, raising crossbred Wagyu cows, called American Black Angus. What makes Wagyu beef cost up to $300 per pound? Why do some cows get daily massages and even listen to classical music? In today's video, we'll uncover the secrets behind Japan's legendary Wagyu, the world's most luxurious beef. Get ready for unbelievable farming techniques and the true meaning of umami heaven, and you will understand why it's worth every bite. While both American and Japanese Wagyu are known for their quality, there are key differences that set them apart. Japanese Wagyu, especially from purebred cattle like Kuroge Washu, is famous for its exceptional marbling, buttery texture, and rich umami flavor. This kind of beef will melt in your mouth, almost like eating meat-flavored butter. In contrast, American Wagyu is generally less intense than purebred Japanese Wagyu. While American Wagyu is more affordable and widely available, Japanese Wagyu remains the gold standard, valued for its purity, meticulous care, and unmatched luxurious quality. Kobe beef isn't just meat, it's an experience, and you can't just find it anywhere. In the US, fewer than 50 restaurants are lucky enough to serve it, making it a rare treat for those who are lucky enough to get a taste. When it comes to cooking Kobe beef, nothing beats a perfectly seared steak. Simple seasoning like salt and pepper is usually all that's needed to let the quality of the beef shine. The intense marbling slowly melts away, infusing the meat with rich, juicy goodness that's so tender, it practically melts in your mouth. It's not just a meal, it's a moment, an unforgettable bite of luxury that makes you appreciate the true artistry of fine dining. Wagyu cattle truly live a luxury lifestyle from the moment they're born. As calves, they're often fed high-quality milk replacers specifically formulated to support slow, steady growth and healthy digestion. Sometimes they are even hand-fed to strengthen their bond with caretakers. These pampered cows are regularly brushed, patted, and even given back scratches to keep them relaxed and happy. More than that, every Wagyu has its own digital ID and detailed records in a specialized online database dedicated to Wagyu cattle worldwide. And let me tell you, Wagyu cow's diet is a 5-star care. These premium cows are fed a meticulously balanced menu that often starts with organic rice straw, then boosted with high-energy grains like corn, barley, bran, rice bran, and gluten feed to promote steady, healthy fat development. Some farmers even add koji mold, black malt vinegar, or beer lees to enrich flavor and enhance digestion.